Hey everybody, Chris from Blind Chris Outdoors here, and I'm going to show you guys how I like to cook red beans. First, real quick, I'm going to show you my ingredients here. So, right here, some camellia red beans. That's just, I don't know, Louisiana brand, been around forever. That's what I buy. This is some like Land of Frost cubed smoked ham. Anyway, I'm going to use half of this for 1 pound of beans, and this is a 2 pound package. We're also going to use half of that, which will be 1 pound of beans. And then here, of course, you need a whole onion. And I bought some smoked turkey sausage. I've been using it for a while. I love it. Definitely need smoked flavor. Absolutely for beans. And then what else do we have here? Some good old Tony Sachets. This container comes from Sam's, by the way, if you're wondering why it looks different than the other bottles. And some bay leaves. I usually put 2 to 3 bay leaves, just depending on how I feel. So anyway, let me get a couple things prepped real quick, and we're going to get started. Alright guys, and I went ahead and peeled my onion already. Kind of try and make this a little bit quicker video. But first things, just kind of want to show you how I cut an onion. So first thing I do is I make rings. So that's what I like to do. Take the time with the knife. So when I cut things, I kind of make sure my hand's at a point to where I'm not going to cut myself, even though I just kind of went right through. And then like this last piece here, we're just kind of centering it up. And since my thumb and fingers on the outside of the blade, I shouldn't cut myself. Let's just really hope. Okay, so next thing real quick. So now I like to just take, and I kind of just cut across like that, like so. And then I take, and I like to cut it pretty small. I just start chopping away. So as I'm going, I kind of ride my finger on the blade right here. And anyway, that way I know where my fingers are. It's never under the blade or in any kind of danger. So, okay. We'll slide that over a little bit. And that piece is way too big. We're going to have to cut that in half again. Alright, so same thing with this piece. Go ahead. Usually want to chop one way, one left to right here. I cut 3-4 times, just depends on the size of the onion. Square it up with the knife right there, as you can see, touching the onions off, and then come across and start cutting vertically, or front and back. Across there. Alright. Cool, that's that part there. That was going to need to be done. And, alright, so, do that. Oops. So that's split on me a little bit, so we can kind of slide that back and line it up a little better. Back to it. Alright. And the big thing is just, when I'm doing this, I just make sure I know where my hands and fingers are. And we'll keep on chopping. Whoops. See, that piece kind of got away from me, so we'll do just kind of a little crazy there. Chop it up anyway. I mean, does it really matter at the end of the day what it looks like? No. I'll do my best to make sure I cut it up right. Okay. Those pieces. See if I see any big pieces like that, I'll just come back and kind of chop them. And I mean, I remember when I could see, you used to still wrestle cutting onions anyway, so slide that off into a pile. Alright, so this one here is just a little too big, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to cut that one more time in half. Alright, cool. Little piece over there, slide that there. Alright, there we go. And again, we'll cut that one way, we'll come back, square it off, I'm going to cut front and back. And for the record, this isn't actually the sharpest knife in the world, which is kind of like a good and a bad thing there. The good thing is, I guess I ought to whack my finger. It might not cut me as bad. The bad thing is, though, a dull knife can actually be more dangerous than a sharp knife, because you do have to push with a little more effort, but it's really not all that dull. Alright, last piece here. This is a pretty big onion. So, oops, where the heck did that there went? And we're going to chop that one over real quick since it tried to run away from me. Alright, square that. Keep on cutting. Okay, so that's pretty much that. I'm gonna kind of pick up all my onion stuff here. Make sure we got most of it all picked up. And what I'll do is I'll just take the cutting board, literally aim at the crock pot, slide it down. So that way, that pretty much alleviates missing, which can happen. Done it before. I'm just trying not to do it at all. Just a little bit more there. Pick that up. All right. All right. So when I cut the sausage, I usually kind of cut it into like almost just the width of my hand lengths there. It makes it easier, and then I cut it in half. I like to half it and slice it. So then we have two halves there. And then when I cut this, just take my time, and I can kind of feel how far I'm going. I try and cut them about a 1/4 inch if I can. I'm not perfect at it by any means, but so man, just doing this a little bit after having wrist surgery 3 weeks ago. This is definitely a little bit on the uncomfortable side, to put it plainly. I'm gonna start to throw those pieces in the pots. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll cut this one in half. All right, cut just like so. Keep on going. Sweets. Again, oops, just felt the piece fly over here somewhere. There it went. So I apologize, I was just humming again. I tend to hum. I like to hum. I don't know why. All right, scoop that up. Cool. All right, again, so we're gonna cut this other link in half. Uh-oh. There it went. See, sometimes things get away from me. I figure out where it went. So if anybody's questioning whether I'm blind or not, I hope that kind of instilled that I really am blind. Alright, let me get that cut up. Cool. Okay. There. Alright, last piece here. Alright, so yeah, we've pretty much got everything cut up here. I'll go ahead and make sure I have everything laying around. Just gonna slide my hands around looking a little bit. And there's a couple little pieces of onion there. I'll pick that up. Alright, good to go. I'll go ahead and move this stuff over to the sink. That goes into the sink. And we'll get some measuring cups. So I usually like to put 8 cups of water with my beans, personal preference. They'll cream up really good, and we don't want to dump it in that. That would be silly. And I do prefer to use a crock pot. It's just, you know, cut it up, drop it in, let it roll. You start this thing around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and it'll be done for 5 o'clock dinner. All right, so the way I fill up water here is I actually have my finger to the middle knuckle in. I know that 2 cup line's right around there. That's full right there. Dump it in a pot. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put 4 of these in a pot. All right, that'll be 2. 3. And number 4. And once it hits my finger, that's when I know that's where I want to stop at. Okay, cool. So throw that guy into the sink as well. Alright, so next thing, we need to get some Tonys. So let me go grab that stuff and I'll be right back. Alright guys, back here with the Tonys and the bay leaves. So the way I tend to measure things, I actually just put a little bit into the palm of my hands. For recipe purposes, about a tablespoon or so. A level tablespoon is it. So just a little bit more. This thing's getting a little low. There we go. Right about that much is a tablespoon. So yeah, just been doing it long enough that I can just feel it. Okay. I'll dust that off in there. And the bay leaves. Just need 2 or 3 bay leaves. So what's a big one? So we'll definitely put 2 and 2. All right, awesome. All right, cool. So now we got that going there. And we need to get the beans. Let's see, cam's open. All right, a little dog running around there. That would be Taco. So I need to divide these into half. So actually, I'm gonna grab that measuring cup again, because I know half of that is going to be this measuring cup full. Go ahead and open this guy up real quick. Try not to tear a big hole in it. Yeah, get a little bit bigger hole. Hang on a sec. Let's see. Yep, it should be red beans. I would laugh if it's like a white bean or something like that. I would make them exactly the same way though. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little more than half, so that ought to work. Cool. All right, yeah, go ahead. Dump our beans in there, make sure everything's out. All right, awesome. And that pot is pretty much flowing good. And that'll be for the next batch there. All right, so anyway, guys, so pretty much that's it. So next thing, just literally crank it up, put it on high on your crock pot, and then let the sucker roll until, you know, maybe 8 hours later or something like that. If you like them creamy, you want to kind of smash them up, and when you get to that point, I'll get some video for you of that. Anyway, I'll see you when that comes along. All right, guys, so I almost forgot ham. Again, this is Land of Frost smoked diced ham. Since this is a pound of beans rather, I should say, we're going to use about half that package. Way to put the lid on there. Look at that. Almost made a little mess there. That'd have been pretty funny on camera. Alright guys, and yep, that's about half. So anyway, for real, thank you for watching Blind Chris Outdoors. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell down there, and look forward to seeing you on future videos. Thanks.